Mayo Experience.
That Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to a Pat Mayo Experience mini presented by DraftKings. Smash the like, sub to the channel, leave your winning pick for the Zozo Championship in the description, and become a member at fantasynational.com today for all the golf tools you need. fantasynational.com/mayo for 20% off 2021 Zozo Championship bets, because I don't even know if I'm going to play DraftKings this week for this tournament. I have zero interest in this tournament. Geoff Fienberg is here with me. He has interest in this tournament, but Geoff, I just started clicking names and betting on people, because if one of the first three guys doesn't win, anyone can win this tournament, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair assessment, except it kind of feels like one of those top three guys are going to win, but certainly I guess a wide open road once you pass those three. And outside of Morikawa, it's not like Xander or Hideki or even Zalatoris bring a ton of win equity or winning at all in multiple years period of time. So yeah, I guess you could shoot your shot. I bet Hideki plus 16-1 out of the gate, Pat, and I'm still tempted to maybe bet one of Colin or Schauffele, to be honest.
Yeah, DK Sportsbook, Decky's down to 12-1 right now. I think, listen, I know that Xander just won the Olympic gold medal in Japan. That's fine, but him being the favorite over Morikawa, I feel like is very disrespectful to Morikawa.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, Morikawa wins more. Xander probably T5s more, but it's an outright bet. So therefore Morikawa should be the favorite. I don't know. In the end, I don't really see myself betting either of them. I'm going to go behind my Hideki pick with a few names to supplement my card and hope, I guess, for the best that one of those top two don't win.
Are you betting CT Pan like the rest of the world?
No, I'm not. I miss those initial 80s. I don't know. It doesn't really do a lot for me, to be perfectly honest. I'm such a dud, Pat. I'm really interested in Fleetwood this week. These are literally the only types of events that he does win or can win, to be honest.
I suppose that's actually true, isn't it? But it's not like his numbers, he's like 20-1.
Yeah, I guess you should look around on you should look around on that front. I've seen a lot of love for Ricky. If he wins at 30-1 after being 150-1 for like 8 events straight, I'm just going to have to accept it and be really happy for him.
Yeah, listen, I'm glad. I think golf is more fun when Ricky Fowler is better, and he is not taking sponsors exemptions away from like guys who desperately need to get into tournaments. It's nice to see him play well. I don't want to see anyone play crappy. It's fun to kind of like make fun of him when he's not doing well, but I do want him a part of this mix overall, and he jumped a bunch in the world rankings with his finish at the CJ Cup last week. There's been 4 tournaments this year. I've had the second place finisher in 3 of them, so that's no fun.
Wait.
What?
That sucks. And you had a run of that last year, I feel, right in the middle of the year, like a run of second place finishes. So that sucks. That sucks to hear. So you mentioned that you have made a few wagers in that middle zone. There's certainly a few guys that have my eye, but other than Hideki, I haven't made another wager.
You haven't made another wager yet. Okay, so normally people know the research process that I do for golf every week. I dig in, I run my numbers, I do everything. I didn't do that at all this week because I didn't want to be concerned about this tournament. I looked at names, I looked at numbers, and I didn't really I dug in a little bit to what their numbers were to make sure it matched what I remembered in my mind. It was just like, these guys seem values in this field at super long odds that I'm just going to pray that one of them can come inside the top 5. Maybe one of them can win. And all of a sudden that I'm looking pretty good in this circumstance. So I'm curious to see if you can guess the 4 guys that I bet in this field.
Okay, I can get. Are we all above 50, like 50 to 100 or what?
We are between... I'll give you a broader range than that. We'll go from 35 to 100. You know what? 40 to 100. We'll put it that way.
40 to 100. Well, I'm going to guess Harry Higgs.
Nope.
Luke List.
No. Although, when I went back and looked at the names from the 2019 Zozo, which is where when Tiger won, when this was held at this course, it was a lot of really good off the tee players who did well there.
Well, does Siwoo Kim count?
No, I didn't bet Siwoo. His odds are too short.
Okay, I'm really bad at this. Carlos Ortiz.
No. Not. I did give Carlos, he was going to be the 5th guy, but then I saw he was only 50 to 1. And I was like,
I'm taking 2 more guesses and then I am quitting.
Okay.
I'm big into Adam Schenk this week.
Okay. I did not bet Adam Schenk. However, I was looking at head-to-heads because I had to do the Golf Digest column and find a head-to-head. His head-to-head versus, I think it's CT Pan. He's like plus 120 or something crazy like that.
Okay, I'm honestly am almost out. Are you going to tell me Eric Van Rooyen because he travels the world and plays everywhere? Like, what are we doing here?
No, Eric Van Rooyen is not. Oh, that got bet back down, by the way. It's now Adam Schenk even money to beat a minus 120 CT Pan.
Oh,
no.
Gim Reaper.
There we go. There's one.
Okay.
Picked up one. Doug Gim, 80 to 1. No, sorry, 70 to 1.
Eric Higo.
Garrick Higo, number 2, 80 to 1.
Chris Kirk.
No, I did give him a good look, though. He was in that range.
Okay, well, I've taken 10 guesses and gotten 2. So you're going to tell me Hughes or Palmer then, right?
No and no. I went with Hollywood Tom Hoagie at 100 to 1, who continues to crush his irons. You need that putter to flip a little bit. And I went with Norlander at 80 to 1, who's gained over 7.6 strokes gained on approach in 2 of his past 4 tournaments. He sucks at driving the ball, but it's been getting better, and his putter has been better than not over the past 6 or 8 tournaments or so. Well, this seems like an event where if it's not Morikawa, it's not Hideki, and it's not Xander. I don't really see that big of a difference between these guys and Ortiz or Norin or any of the. I can see that those guys are better than these guys, but 90 to 1, 80 to 1, he goes legit. He hasn't been legit recently, but why couldn't he win this event?
Yeah, no, those are all very fair points for me. I bet Hideki. I see myself betting Fleetwood, and then I see myself betting Liston Shank, a really depressing card. Yeah, really gross.
And that's why I went with just the long shots in this. No one better than 70 to 1. Very low investment for me. I played it with the top 5 each way, and I bet all 4 of those guys as first round leader as well. Not with the each.
I could make the case though that you should just maybe bet both of Xander and Morikawa, and you'll have a really hot ticket that pays. Lose your units on one of them that pays over 6 to 1. Sure, one of them will be deep into it on Sunday. So, and honestly, Xander's got a better chance of winning this tournament than he did of being top American at the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true. I was seeing if you could parlay their top 5s together, but one site won't allow me to do it. Maybe that's the route that I'll take on this one. And you just have to hope that Xander and Morikawa have shit putting weeks. That's about it. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Colin Morikawa has a bad putting week.
No, of course not. And I guess they're the 2 star American players that are going. They have ties in their own ways to Japan, and I don't know. Xander's just never won. So I feel Morikawa can be at a hit and giggle. Well, Xander's got to be I'd like to win a PGA tournament one time this half decade.
Hey, he has 4 wins. It's not like he's never won before.
No, I'm obviously being facetious, but we've gone 2 calendar years without a PGA win.
And he traded all again for another Olympic gold medal, I bet.
That's a lie.
It's not like he's not making money. He would listen.
That's not for debate. I'm not debating his bank.
I think that he would rather keep the gold medal than win the Zozo. If we're talking about the Open Championship,
you're right. You're right.
I bet you he would give up his gold medal to have Morikawa's wins.
I agree, but I also feel let's say Xander wins this week. Next time we're doing a tournament that's a stronger field and he's 14 or 16 to 1. And we're going to not even give this win credit. We're going to be whatever, man. He won the Zozo versus nobody in Japan. So this is sort of a no-win situation from a mindset standpoint. But this also feels like one of those golf tournament, Pats, where Like only because we're golf bettors and we're gonna be betting some shitty event in Bermuda again next week and Mayakoba the week.
I'm excited for those events. At least give me a cut event that I can play DraftKings with.
No, yeah. My point being is like as golf bettors, we're so like we're gonna scoff at the person showing their 7-1 winner Sunday, be it Morikawa or Shaw. Like, psh, get out of it. Like,
you know what? I am not like that with the rest of the golf community. I don't think I don't scoff at people's 7-1 wins. Like it's a 7-1
I agree.
win. That's
like,
great. I don't bet those types of guys.
I agree. I don't want to pull that trigger. A win is a win. If someone hit a 7-1 first touchdown, it'd be like, great bet, man. So obviously I'm gonna give you congratulations for hitting a golf tournament winner at 7 or 8-1. This field, like, is this worse than some of those DJ Canadian Opens of like 4 years ago?
Yes, and I mean at least those are full field events. So that's like 100.
This is worse than the Olympics, right? Like this is worse field than the Olympics.
Way worse than the Olympics. At least those Canadian Open fields and some of these like jabroni fields that we see throughout the course of the year, they still have 156 guys in them, and like they're all PGA dudes. Like once we get to a certain point, like one of the reasons that I didn't want to like do a DraftKings show or do this, like I would have had to figure out who 27 of these like Asian Tour and Japanese players are who I've never heard of before in my life. Although apparently Doc Redman is on the level with them in terms of odds.
Yeah, so I guess that would be the only thing I was going to say. Does that mean like Sam Ryder and Doc Redman are that bad? Like, are they not worth each way plays potentially?
I don't know. Like maybe. I haven't done
enough. Your boy Sepp?
Yeah, I just went and looked at Sepp because Sepp, remember he was the first round leader at the Olympics? Because I thought the same thing you did. He has missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of his last 12 cuts.
Perception is not reality for me and Sepp.
No, but he has a 10th at the Travelers, a 15th at the Wyndham, and he was first round leader at the Olympics.
There it is.
So he makes it count at least when he's going up there. This tournament, I have just no interest in it, but I've now given this is the fun part for a very low investment in golf in terms of finances for this week. I can have some fun here. Like one of those 4 guys has to play well, right? They have all 4 rounds.
I can't guarantee anything.
I suppose that's true. It's probably gonna be like Papa Shugo who ends up winning this, isn't it?
Now, I don't know. I've got this weird perception that when like really bad European fields or these that the good players when they're dragged overseas pretty much win this. Also to Fleetwood, Pat, I'm forcing an issue, but we've seen some really great. Every winner has been Ryder Cup losers since the Ryder Cup, or am I missing that point? Who won the week before Rory?
Who won the week before? Sungjae won the week before Rory.
Yeah. How many? I'm really lost now. Who have been? Oh, Matt Fitzpatrick just won.
Yeah, those two guys just won together.
Yes. So now I'm thinking, guys who lost. Because someone brought up a great point. Do you remember after the last President's Cup, the next 3 events were won by players on that losing international side?
Yeah, it was Cam Smith. It was Cam Smith. Mark Leishman won Torrey.
And then maybe Answer won in Australia, or maybe that was already happened. I'm not sure.
I think that had already happened. There was someone else.
I'm making things up. I like Fleetwood. I'm a loser.
You just say I want to bet Fleetwood. Like this, if this was a European Tour event from 4 years ago, there is a 100% chance Eric Van Rooyen would have putted himself out of a win and come in 4th.
Oh yeah, of course. He was without a doubt. But I don't know. I'm not running to bet the Olympic darlings. People love Pan. People love Vegas. I'm not like running on those narratives at all, to be honest. I don't mind Vegas though. He actually does profile pretty well when I did look at it a little bit, but I'm not betting him at 30-1.
Yeah. So my guys, I went deeper, like I said, all with the top 5 each way and as a first round leader play. Norlander, Hoagie, Higo, and the Gim Reaper. Gimchi. Let's do this, Doug. Get it together and figure it out this week. Anything else, or is that it, Jeff?
No, that's it for me. Decky, Fleetwood, Shank list. Embarrassing, short, simple.
Let's have some fun. Tons of other content golf-wise on Mayo Media Network. Fantasy Golf Degenerates with Tambo and Kenny Kim. Full DraftKings breakdown. You go check it out. Kenny smokes cigs on the show. It's a fantastic one this week. Plus, Tom and Axis filling in for Sky this week, breaking down the European Tour event, which I think actually starts later than the Japanese event. So if you missed the first go-around on the Japanese event for the Zozo, just go enter the Euro events on DraftKings and go bet that one as well. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Smash the like on the way out, sub to the network, and I'll see you next time.
Fat Mayo Experience! Experience!